This is a 1991 Harley Davidson Sportster, and it's got a problem with the signal lights. The right side signal light doesn't seem to work at all. So after figuring out that it's not the switch or the bulbs or the ground or anything like that, I used the Harley Davidson manual to figure out the wiring diagram and the location of the turn signal canceller or control module, however you want to call it. Okay, there's a nice diagram. The way this system works is when you press the turn signal button, 12 volts comes down to the control module. See right here, I'm talking about the right side. So the right side turn signal switch turns on 12 volts, comes down to the module, and then the module sends out 12 volt pulses to the turn signal lights, which, by the way, both bulbs have to be good for this to work. Okay, so this is where your voltage comes from, here to here. So for the right side, 12 volts from the right switch when pressed, number 8. So you look up here at pin number 8, and it says that it's a white-brown wire. So if I take the white-brown wire and I connect it straight on to the wire that goes to the right signal lights, which is right here, because pulse 12 volts for flashing right signal lights. So number 4, right here, number 4, it says brown. That's what BN means, brown wire. So if I connect the number 8, white brown, to the brown, then what happens is the right side turn signal lights turn on. So instead of buying a new module for, I don't know, 150 or 200 or 300 or whatever it costs, I'm simply going to wire this 12 volt turn signal relay, 2 wires on it. I'm just going to wire it between those 2 wires. So it's going to go from number 8, brown white, onto there, and brown onto there. And with this, it doesn't matter which way it goes, because what's inside it here, there's a little element that heats up when the 12 volts is applied to it, and then the contact opens. And then it quickly cools down and closes and heats up and opens, and that's how it goes. Click, 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 click. So I'm just going to wire that in there on that side instead of using the module, because the module still works for the other side. This is the left side of the motorcycle. This is where the battery goes. So the battery, I already took it out. And this is the ignition control module, which I unscrewed, but you may not really have to do that. And then this is the back of the hole where the screw goes in that holds the control module in, which I already took out. This is the control module right here for the signal lights. Okay, and there's the connector. It's got the brown white, the brown, a little dusty, might need some cleaning, but you'll be able to see that on your own motorcycle. And this simply disconnects like this. Press those 2 tabs together and pull out that. Okay, so this is what's called a non-serviceable part. So you'd have to go to Harley Davidson and buy a new one of those. Or if you can find a used or aftermarket one, hopefully it works. You just plug it right in there. But you can do some simple wiring diagnosis to determine whether the problem is this or not. Okay, so I'm still going to use this, but I'm also going to jump the right side with that signal flasher so that I don't have to buy a new one of these. Okay, so I have my custom signal module hack, I guess, hooked up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook that up to the brown and the white brown, and that's going to bypass the signal module for the right side. If they don't fit tight enough, what I can do is actually go onto these connectors here and spread them out a little bit with a tiny screwdriver. And then they will fit tight right in beside here, so I don't have to make any modifications to the wiring harness. There we are, it's hooked in. Okay, I got some booster cables hooked up to the power supply to a battery that's sitting on the floor right now. And I'm going to turn the ignition on so you can hear the signal light flashing. And that's good enough to pass the safety. Now there's no reason why you couldn't hook two relays in there, for one for the left, one for the right, and then if you needed to have your hazards on, you could turn on both sides at the same time. Really, I don't know anybody who uses hazards on their motorcycle. There's an easy hack that you can use to fix your Harley signal lights without buying a new module. Thanks for watching.